Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend Stephen Dow from Velocity Mortgage. How you doing, sir?
I'm fantastic. And yourself?
I'm doing great, man. So one of the things I want to do in this episode is once again kind of remind folks what a non-QM lender is, how they fit between conventional and hard money. But before we get into that, just please do the marketing spiel so you don't get in trouble.
Okay. Well, again, I work happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital. All the ideas and topics discussed on this channel are that of my own. And yeah, let's get it going.
How do I want to do this? So why don't you define from your perspective what a non-QM lender is, and then I will do it as well.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about how investors really can create a relationship with a non-QM lender. So what is a non-QM lender in your opinion?
Well, I mean, basically a non-QM, meaning non-qualified mortgage, just an alternative financing tool or program or product versus conventional financing, bank loans, and of course, versus traditional hard money. So we're somewhere in between. So our guidelines are a little bit looser and we're more accommodating as far as certain circumstances versus conventional financing where you got to fit that box, very cookie cutter like, it's automated underwriting. So you really got to fit that tight box versus, again, the other spectrum would be hard money where they just want to look at the property, really the asset, obviously the takeout for, for the financing as well as far as your game plan, and then basically weigh that risk. But we're somewhere in between because our terms are going to be better and our costs are going to be lower than hard money, but we're better as far as more accommodating and looser guidelines than conventional. So very underserved market, but very useful in the sense especially for a true investor. Because again, the limitations with conventional financing, either you don't qualify due to that income, the tighter window, and or the limitation of 10 maximum loans per borrower for investment properties. So we don't have those same limitations.
Yeah. Again, this is 100% my opinion, not Steven. So nobody at Velocity Mortgage get mad at him. This is definitely my opinion. For me, it is an underserved market in a market that I didn't know existed for too long, frankly. Right. I was a conventional borrower the first 5, 6, 7 years of my career, which just means I went to a bank and got a loan. Right. I didn't know any different. And then banks started saying no. And for what turned out to be bad reasons. But again, they had the money, they make the rules, the box that you talk about. Right. So when I started this in early 2000, the box was very fuzzy.
Right.
We go through a real estate crash, the Great Recession, Dodd-Frank. Then the box gets, there was a time, folks, we talk about 10 loans. There was a time, folks, there was 4 loans.
Right.
Right. The box was super tight.
Right.
Then it starts to loosen up over the years. Then we get into this health crisis and it actually gets tighter, which people don't really remember. And it's definitely automated, right? If you have any exceptions, again, Michael's opinion, not Steven's, my opinion is banks look for reasons to say no. And if they have a reason to say no, they are. And I say this with having 2 of my experts, Anna, who I speak with on Wednesday, and Matt, who I speak with on Tuesday, both very experienced, high credit, high net worth, high incomes, getting loans pulled last day, just in the last month. So it happens, right? So they're looking for reasons to say no. That's banks. Then what I did, I don't remember what it was, 07, 08, 09. We were trying to buy cheaper and cheaper deals, but banks said no. So I found hard money. How? Real estate meetup. And for my opinion, hard money it's basically like a rich family. It's kind of mafia-like, in my opinion. Again, my total opinion, right? The first deal I did was 12%, 3 points. I think it was 6 months with a 6 month, like you could buy an extra 6 months for a point or something. It was really short.
Right.
And I didn't know any better, didn't know any different. So I paid it happily and refi out. It was fine, but it's almost mafia money. And again, it does feel like rich families or several families together. And what I think they're doing is I think they're looking at acquiring properties at a discount.
Right.
Right. I really do I think some hard money vendors, not all, I think some hard money lenders are looking at a way of acquiring properties by frankly, over lending, right? Or over leverage.
It's the best of both worlds, right? Because then sure, they're going to make their interest on that hard money at a higher normal than market interest rate, as well as that higher risk that person's probably going to end up defaulting and then they get the property back, or they get to pick up the property at a discount, like you said. So how can they really lose in that particular case?
And then there's the gap between it. And I think the gap between conventional or bank lending and hard money is massive. And again, non-QM lending really came on my radar probably the last 3 or 4 years. And it's just a better market, right? It kind of takes the best of both worlds. Now that I think about it, right? So it takes the speed of hard money. It takes the exceptions, right? You can actually talk about exceptions.
Correct.
Right. It also allows for going from new to experienced, right? You give an experienced person more leeway than a new person.
Right.
And of course, you're given rates that are phenomenally better.
Like right now, of course, always 3.99, 30 years. So
yeah, it's crazy, which I have on a purchase last week. And then from a bank perspective, you still have real loans, right? You are looking at the borrower. What I got the opinion from non-QM lenders having done hard money is you don't want a bad loan. I think some hard money lenders want a bad loan, right? They want to foreclose. Again, totally my opinion, not yours. But yeah, that's what I see. And what I really see with non-QM lenders is, again, I could be totally wrong, but you're looking to create relationships with some investors that are just going to keep recycling money, right?
100%.
You want to get on
right now. I mean, I've had multiple repeat clients already from the first couple of deals we've already done. So yeah, so things are going so well. They try to test us out initially, just like you did.
Yeah, of course.
And now they see the ease of use and the effectiveness. Now they're just out there confidently shopping and finding opportunities to kind of participate in. So. But yeah, I'm on like the second, third round of new loans from the same borrower so far. So
that's nice.
It's starting to go, starting to get some traction.
Yeah. So if you're in the one rental at a time community and you're looking at doing BRRRR or cash out refis or whatnot, that makes sense. I didn't know that. I'm glad to hear that. That people are testing you out like I did and going, hey, this kind of works. I like the numbers. Again, I still can't believe 30-year money. I mean, I'm going to keep repeating that because this just blows me away on commercial stuff. So, that's what I think. And again, I think non-QM lenders are the right answers for lots of people, right? Today, what's hard? Stated income. Right. To like self-employment. Right. There's just lots of stuff that went on in the last year that if you only could do bank loans, you'd be out of business. So it's pretty cool. What else you want to say?
We try to be very accommodating, like you were, and I have discussed. It's an underserved market. So especially for the self-employed borrowers, if you're playing that aggressive tax game, you're either going to pay the bank or you pay Uncle Sam. But at least in the case of paying the bank, it's not too harsh in this particular case, especially for self-employed borrowers. So it's very advantageous in so many different ways for that type of client. Just because, again, previous to that non-QM space coming about, you were forced to use hard money because what else would you have if the bank said no? So it's very, very useful. So in any case, give me a call or actually better email sdow@velocitymortgage.com. And don't forget to put ORAAT in the subject line to make it past the firewall. Very Otherwise, really looking to meet a bunch of new people and see who I can help out.
Yeah, I'm really happy, folks. And if you are in the one rental at a time community, video number 2 today, we tried to do a BRRRR sample. You have the spreadsheet. It's in my course. Beat it up however you'd like. Just play with the numbers. I think we did ARV Pro into a flex term, if I use the language correctly.
Correct. So, but obviously we're gonna discuss better. What was the most appropriate strategy for that particular borrower or individual that calls. So
I just want people to realize what's out there. And again, as we said on that particular video, if you still have those 10 cheap money and your refi and your BRRRR project took 6 months, and you can wait the 6-month season and go get that cheap money. We want you to get the cheapest money possible. So Stephen, thank you for all you do this week. This has been a lot of fun. And again, one more time, thank you and the team for delivering on my purchase and my refi. Yeah, I greatly appreciate it. Thanks, buddy.
Well, give us some more loans, bro. Come on.
I like it. You're always closing. Always closing.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Bye, buddy.